Hello everyone, we have returned to my channel in season 60. My first war was decent, I only had 3 fights. I couldn't be, but I've had a very stressful and busy couple of days, well, week actually. I didn't put the video together. And then the second war went okay. I took this fight, 46 Serpent, which I haven't done for a very long time. I don't think since the new map was updated and sort of they added inexorable to the node, and I didn't play it very well. I made a couple of mistakes, gave too much respect to inexorable, and as you're going to see, I get caught on a dashback shortly. He dexes my L2. We're just running through this fight very quickly. This isn't my normal format for doing a video, as my long-time fans will know. So that hurt. Gonna throw another L3 at this point. I'm thinking it's okay, I'm still in control, even though things aren't going very well for me. Barely did any damage there, not really sure what happened there. And then I was struggling to get power. Went for an L2, didn't quite get to the second bar, which would have won it for me. And then 55% health, and he wipes it all out in my L1. That was miserable. Cleanup was fine. And I thought, I don't want Symbiote to get bullied ever again. So, seeing as I think I'm the only Symbiote guy in my BG, here's me deciding whether to use my 3 to 4 gem or resources. I'm going to go with the 3 to 4 gem so that I can still use Mystic resources on ranking Nico to at least rank 3 when I get her in the next Nexus, hopefully. But I'm not going to jinx myself. Anyway, Symbiote Supreme is my shiny new rank 4. It's been a long time coming. He's an awesome champ. And that brings us in time to War 3 against Fallen Angels, where again we've only got 3 fights. It seems to be expensive being the Symbiote guy, or sort of you don't get to do very much. Negasonic comes along for a couple of decent fights as well. I probably could have done a little bit more, but the team, my bosses, were insistent on me having Mordo synergy, which I was more than happy with. We're going for Serpent again for my buddy Soko, path 9 there, and then into path 7, which we'll come to. Obviously I was originally going to be taking Arcade as well, but things got changed around. So here, big Symbiote Supreme, bigger than IPs I should add, because his is very nice. He inspired me. The hazards have changed since I last took this fight. Used to be bleed and no, it didn't, poison and incinerate I think it was. Anyway, we've got all the big boosts and a 200% Mystic power back, which I think is probably overkill. It definitely was overkill. In fact, I made this fight a little bit more difficult than it should have been, or at least last longer, as I was just getting too much power back. This L2 is a chunky one. Back to L3. The season that I took, I think 11 out of 12 Serpents all season. I was getting very used to being able to fight him without him throwing a single special until towards the end of the fight. So this kind of took me back to that point. Serpent is melting very, very easily. Not the quickest. Well, extremely quick up to this point. But yeah, it's not standing a chance. We are in full control here. And what a pleasure it is to use this black and red dude. I shouldn't have bothered throwing this L3. I should have waited, thrown Relic, thrown a combo, and probably would have got him down that way. Instead, he throws an L3 straight after his L2. Didn't give me a chance to respond, which is fine. It doesn't really hurt me. It's a shame that I'm losing as much health as I am though, because, you know, it means it wasn't quite as clean. And yeah, very, very easy fight. We are back, baby. We are back. We're going to move on to section 2 here, where I was given a couple of questionable fights here, to be honest, so things got jigged around. And we've opted for Negasonic against Thorn's Knull here, which is not one you see every day, but she's great for the Thorns node because everything's non-contact. Just got to make sure I push him to L2, or at least manage his power and make sure I have a bar ready for myself if he does catch me with an L1 to deal with corruption. The long stun, which enables me to have a 7-hit combo, does also help me sort of push his power up a little bit more so I can keep him at 2 bars. And then, as I said, we're just going to sort of keep out of the way of it. In my duels, I was normally getting caught by one of the hits or resorting to blocking, so we did obviously go with invulnerability boost here, but the fight's going pretty well. There is obviously inequity on me, which is gimping me a little bit, but he's melting down at a nice rate, and we are keeping safe as houses. I really do like Negasonic. I think she's a great champ, very, very good at what she does. There are better champs in the game, as have been discussed before, but she's a very good champion. I'm a big fan of her. I won't be rank 4ing her. Well, not for a while anyway. It's almost tempting, but there are many more deserving champs ahead of her, that's for sure. Still haven't done my onslaught. And a flawless fight. Knull is down. Big scary rank 4. I think it was like a SIG 50 or something. And then we're going to come up to Korg here for the final fight. Done this a couple of times. Watch his purifications because of the energized buffs that he's going to get. Obviously we just don't want him to go unblockable. The energized buff we'll use to our advantage to keep pushing him to 2 bars, which are easier to deal with. And again, this is going to be just a nice easy fight, as long as you're careful. And me, careful is my middle name, sort of. Just backing up to give him a bit of space so that the fatigues don't catch him. Now his rock stacks are down, I can give him as many debuffs as I like, and that won't be a problem. Deal with the second wave of rock stacks just as easily. The obligatory get caught by an L1 here and there. And we are in no danger. Yeah, my death in War 2 got me down a little bit, but it's nice to bounce back and have some nice clean fights here. Feels good. We go into the break now, and we can relax a little bit until Chapter 2, really. We did get a win here. We've not been great starting up to this point, but it was a much better performance from the Alliance today. GG's to Faye. And yeah, see you at the next one. Bye!